Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is news time again from this very good channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing? Hope you are good. I pray that God will be with you in your endeavors. Today we have another update for you, and I want you to, after listening to it, you drop your opinion and suggestions you have so that Biafra will be free. And that's just it. Okay, let's go there.
As we speak, the Finnish government and its security apparatus just released series of interesting and series of groundbreaking news and updates regarding Mr. Simon, a man held in Kilamakoski Correctional Center. Yes, the Finnish authorities have released series of very exciting news that we've never seen anywhere before and its security apparatus. Yes, like we all know, the government of Finland has scheduled May of 2025 as a date or the month where the country will try Simon in its court of law. Yes, over the past couple of months, the government of Finland have not given us a clear date and time, but as we speak, we now have a date and time when Mr. Simon will face the court of law situated in Päijät-Häme District Court. Yes, so the question here is, what is that time and what is the date in the month of May? Well, briefing and a listing released by the District Court of Päijät-Häme, where they gave detailed analysis of their court hearings from 2021 up until 2024. But as we speak, these guys have released their court hearings for the month of May. Is the date and time Mr. Simon is going to face the court of law next month. Yes, because as we speak, the Päijät-Häme District Court has scheduled the 10th of May 2025 as the date they'll be hearing series of cases that they have on their desk. Yes, and this court hearing will happen by 9 a.m. sharp on that particular day. So as you can see, Mr. Simon will possibly face the Finnish judicial system on the 10th of May 2025 by 9 a.m. that said day. Yes, moving on swiftly, what else did the Finnish authorities and its media houses published regarding Mr. Simon and his court case? Well, as we speak, these guys released three vital evidence that were found on Mr. Simon, or three vital evidence that will be used against him in the court of law come 10th May of 2025. So the question here still remains, what are these evidence and how are they going to use it against Mr. Simon? Well, for a better understanding and for a clearer picture, we managed to do a quick transcribing of this article, English version. As you can see, we have three vital evidence that were found or will be used against Mr. Simon in the court of law. The very first one here is details on social media propaganda. Yes, the Finnish government and the security apparatus are going to use social media propaganda against Mr. Simon come 10th of May of 2025. Yes, because we believe that this guy swept through the Twitter page of Mr. Simon and gathered a lot of propaganda in his Twitter page that will definitely be used against him. Yes, moving on swiftly, the second evidence is this one. I can't really pronounce this very first word because if I do, this video probably will be shadow banned or deleted from the YouTube platform. As you can see, he's going to face charges. He's going to face series of charges against this particular offense. Yes, this definitely happens to be one of the biggest charges leveled against Mr. Simon, and this definitely will either save him or nail him in the court of law. Yes, moving on swiftly, the third evidence found on Mr. Simon is the impact on bilateral relations. The Finnish authorities have indicted that his actions have been detrimental to bilateral relations between Finland and Nigeria, suggesting that his activities have broader implications beyond just local disturbance. Yes, so these are the three major evidence or three major charges that will be used against him, and this is coming from a Finnish blog on the Finnish media, which you can actually do a fact check on. Yes, moving on swiftly. As we speak, series of individuals, groups and bodies are now getting ready to travel to Finland to testify against him. Yes, as we speak, the Finnish authorities has released 4 major individuals or 4 major groups that will officially stand as witnesses against Mr. Simon. Listen, these individuals or groups will stand as witnesses against Mr. Simon and not for him. So the question here is, who are these groups and who are these individuals, as the case may be? Well, we have 4 major groups here, and we'll take them one after the other. The very first group is victims of violence. Yes, some individuals who claim to have suffered from activities linked to Mr. Simon have indicted that they will testify about the impact of his actions on their lives. Yes, this is actually very, very straight to the point. The second group here is the Enugu State government and its representative. Yes, this came as a shocker because we never expected a group domiciled from the southeastern part of Nigeria to come as a witness or stand against Mr. Simon in the court of law. Yes, so the Enugu State and its government have chosen to travel to Finland before May 10th to stand against Mr. Simon in the court of law. This is going to be a massive one. Yes, this is not actually too surprising because 5 months ago we received a notification and an article coming from this day newspaper where it states that the Enugu State government hails Simon's arrest and are ready to provide evidence of his activities in the southeastern region of Nigeria. So as we speak, the Enugu State and its government are actually 100% ready to testify. Yes, moving on swiftly, let's take a look at the third group or third individuals that will testify against Mr. Simon. Yes, we have community leaders. Certain community leaders from regions affected by the unrest have expressed their willingness to testify about the consequences of Simon's movement and also his actions. And the fourth group or the fourth body are legal experts. Yes, some legal experts may also be called upon to discuss the implications of Simon's activities and legal framework surrounding the charges against him. So as you can see, these are the 4 groups or the 4 bodies that officially have been invited by the Finnish authorities come 10th May of 2025 to testify and to stand as witnesses against Mr. Simon. Anyways, moving on swiftly, the Finnish blog or the Finnish media house also released series of interesting details and series of very, very fascinating info that we definitely have to see at this particular point in time. Yes, so the question here is, what did these guys release? Well, as we speak, the Finnish blog and its government has released the possible consequences or the possible sentencing of Mr. Simon if or when he's found guilty. So let's take a look at some of the possibility of Mr. Simon going on forward. Well, the very first one is maximum punishment. It states if convicted of serious charges such as treason or he could face a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. This reflects the gravity of the allegations related to his activities. Yes, this is actually straight to the point. If Simon gets found guilty in the court of law, it's very, very possible that he might face life. Yes, get a life sentencing there in a Finnish correctional facility. Moving on swiftly, let's take a look at other possible sentences or punishment that will be leveled against him. The second one here is we have other sentences. Depending on the specific charges and the evidence presented, he could also receive a lengthy sentencing term, potentially ranging from several years to life, depending on the severity of the offenses. Yes, this is actually straight to the point. And the third one here is judicial discretion. Finnish courts have the discretion to impose sentencing based on various factors, including the nature of the crime, the impact on victims, and any mitigation circumstances. Yes, so as you can see, things aren't looking so good for Mr. Simon. Yes, it feels like this man definitely will go through hard times in the Finnish custody. Yes, that is what we think, and things might actually change in the coming weeks or the coming months. So let's keep our finger crossed.